This tutorial is about importing items into item groups for your catalog engine. To start out with, you create a spreadsheet. It has to have two columns labeled item num, exactly like it's shown here, and group name, exactly like it's shown here. You put your item numbers in this column, and you put what group they're going to be assigned to. So what the import's going to do is it's going to run through this spreadsheet, and it's going to say, does this group exist? If it does not exist, it's going to create it. Is this item assigned to the group? If it's not, it's going to assign the item. So if test 1 was not existing, it would create test 1, assign this item. It would already be there for this one. It would already create test 2, assign this item, create tutorial shirts, assign this item. Then I even put a bad item in here so I can show you what's going to happen if that's not a valid item in GP. So you set to save your spreadsheet. So I've saved mine, and depending on your web server and what version of the Excel interpreters are installed on the web server, it may need to be saved as an Excel 97 file. Okay, so file, save as, and make sure it's a 97 2003 workbook, or you might be importing yours as the regular Excel workbook, which is the newer version. So I'm going to show you what the error message you'll get if it's not the right version. So I'm going to go to the website. I'm going to log in as administrator. Go to my eSource settings, down to module admin, my catalog engine, and import. Here's our import group right here. I browse to my file, so I've put mine on my desk drive, and I called it MST import. I'm going to show you this one. This is the Excel workbook. There's the 97 one to show you the error first. If I hit preview and it says unable to read the Excel file, you know I've got the wrong version that you pointed to. So I'm going to go ahead and browse here to MST. Whoop. There we go. I'm going to take my 97 one, and then I'm going to hit preview. What this is going to do is going to show me a preview of what's going to be happening. It says it's going to create one new group called test 1, and it's going to assign 2 items to it. So there, and then it's going to found an existing group called test 2 that it's going to assign one item. It's going to assign 1 item to our tutorial shirts. And then it said that they found an item, a bad item, an invalid item, that entry we had that was called bad item. That means that that item is not part of our catalog engine items. If you remember back when we were talking about setting up the item groups, we said the first thing you always want to do is load items to GP. That makes them part of the catalog engine. And so if you get something that on your upload that says a bad item and you really think it's a good item in GP, go back and do the load items from GP to make sure that they're synced in. So let's go back to the import group. We'll go there one more time. MST, it's the 97 one I want. Hit preview. Again, this is just showing me what it's going to do. And then once I've looked at the preview, I can print the preview if I want, or I can hit upload, and it'll go ahead and do exactly what it just told you and tell you when it was uploaded. And then you can print the upload report as well. So if I go back and look at my group maintenance, now I have my test 2 got created. It assigned some items to test 1. There's my test 2 that it created an item, and my tutorial shirts that I had. The item that I was importing was already existing, so it basically said it already existed, it didn't need to do anything. So that's how you import items into a group to automate that. The one thing that you will notice is when an item group is created through the import, make sure that you go back and look at the description of it to make sure it's a good description of what you want. You might want to change that description. When you create this spreadsheet, make sure that all of your item groups are 32 characters or less and don't have special characters. I would avoid spaces. I would just use very simple group names for your item groups. That concludes this tutorial on importing item groups into Catalog Engine.